Antonio Brown, the wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Oakland Raiders, but never played a snap, and the New England Patriots from one game, might return to the NFL. So when you think of Antonio Brown, there were automatically three teams you would think of for which team he would go to. It would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because of Tom Brady, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Seattle Seahawks. Baltimore Ravens makes a lot of sense. Seattle Seahawks makes a lot of sense. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers made a lot of sense. Tampa Bay is a no-go for Antonio Brown, though. So, what about Baltimore and Seattle? Let's talk about them. And after I talk about those two teams, I'm going to talk about a team that made me make this video, because this wildcard team I want to talk about is a very interesting pick. So let's talk about it. The Baltimore Ravens. Let's talk about them, because they already have something that no team has. Connections with Antonio Brown. What do I mean with that? Well, last year's draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Marquise Hollywood Brown, Antonio Brown's cousin. And I feel like he is the key if Antonio Brown goes a little nuts again. Let me tell you why. Think about it. When you really think about it, right? Who better to help you than your own family? And I feel like this would be a very interesting team with older cousin Antonio Brown with younger cousin Marquise Brown. And I feel like Antonio Brown can help Marquise grow as a wide receiver. But at the same time, Marquise Brown can help Antonio Brown with his off the field things. Because, yeah, Antonio Brown off the field stuff is a big problem. The problem I see with the Baltimore Ravens is not the team itself, except for one player, Lamar Jackson. Not just that, I see Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh, the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, to be the problem. And let me tell you why this could be a problem. For John Harbaugh, it's going to be, can he control Antonio Brown? That's going to be a question that we need to know, because can he control him? Like, make sure he stays in check. To be honest, I think he can, but at the same time, we don't know. We don't know. But it's mainly gonna be Lamar Jackson. It's mainly gonna be Lamar, and here's why. Imagine you're a diva like Antonio Brown, right? But the quarterback runs in a style like Michael Vick. Get it? Run and stuff. Yeah, okay. Runs on a style like Michael Vick. He runs before he throws. So, can Lamar Jackson be okay throwing more to Antonio Brown? But it's more going to be, can Antonio Brown be okay with Lamar Jackson being more of a runner than a thrower? And then, even then, the throws might not even go to Antonio Brown. They might go to Andrews or his cousin. So it's going to be, can he be in check? Will be okay with a running quarterback? And then even then, sometimes he throws the ball, won't even go to him. And I don't think that he'll be okay with that. I think slowly, he'll get more aggregated. And I don't see that working. I don't see the next Michael Vick. Because let's be honest, And Lamar Jackson will be the next Michael Vick. It's just obvious. And I don't think that Antonio Brown will be okay with the next Michael Vick in Lamar Jackson. But a team that he will be okay with is the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks, just like the Baltimore Ravens, have done workouts with Antonio Brown. Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, and Antonio Brown. They worked out before. And recently, Antonio Brown and Russell Wilson, the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, have done a workout in Wilson's backyard. And here's the thing, Russell Wilson he generally wants Antonio Brown on his team. And it's very interesting how much he wants him. And how much their wide receivers would be so good if they had Antonio Brown. Think about it, right? 2019. The best trio of wide receivers were the Houston Texans. And imagine 2020. The best wide receiver trio, the Seattle Seahawks. Antonio Brown, DK Metcalf, and Lockett. Oh, that would be so good. That trio of wide receivers, so good, you know what I mean? It would be so good. And I see this team doing better than they were before, because here's the thing. Last year, they were mainly injured. They didn't really have that many non-injured players. So much so, Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, had to come out retirement for the second time. And I'm pretty sure beast mode is gonna stay retired for good this time. So it better be like, take your seat, boy. So yeah, I see the Seahawks being a good team. Russell Wilson, Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer Russell Wilson. He wants him as a wide receiver. Russell Wilson can run, but he's a lot like Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. There are quarterbacks who can run, unlike Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson, who are running quarterbacks who can't throw. You know what I mean? There's a difference. And I see this working in Antonio Brown's favor. And think about it. Think about it for a good second. Antonio Brown thinks he's the best wide receiver. You can prove it now. This is your time to shine, because think about it. You're in the hardest division of the two. The AFC and the NFC. The NFC way harder than the AFC. And you're in a division with the Rams, Arizona, which is like in rebuilding mode, and the 49ers. The 49ers. This would be so good. But there's one team that I didn't mention. The wildcard team that I had in mind. And this is the main reason why I made this video. It's because of a tweet that Pro Football Talks made. With DeAndre Hopkins gone, Deshaun Watson seems to be interested in talks of Antonio Brown. Yeah, so the Houston Texans, as I stated before, they have the best wide receiver trio in the league last year. This will be a pretty good option. Think about it. You're still in the AFC. Who is in the AFC? The Pittsburgh Steelers, the Oakland Raiders, and the New England Patriots. All teams that didn't want you. You go with Houston Texans, you're automatically going to be the playoff team. Because think this, I had this team going 6-10, 7-9. I didn't have this team in the playoffs. Antonio Brown with this team now means you guys automatically a playoff team. It all makes you guys a playoff team. It makes you guys go back exactly where you were. 10-6. Or were you guys 11-5? I got no clue. I don't remember. And I don't care. I don't care because this will make you guys still as good as you are. Not just that, but you guys have Randall Cobb and Brandon Cooks. None of them are the number one wide receiver. Of course, Brandon Cooks were in 2 Super Bowls back-to-back in 2017 with the New England Patriots against the Eagles, and then with the LA Rams in 2018 against the New England Patriots. He lost both times. For God's sakes. Man. But now, think about it. This team, I can see them going like 11-5. This team would be better with Antonio Brown. You guys have, again, a quarterback who wants you on their team. A quarterback who throws more than he runs, but can run when necessary. And it's Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. Who I would say is the best quarterback out of that draft. Yes, I know Patrick Mahomes was in that draft, but let's be honest here. If Patrick Mahomes went to any other team, he would have been a bust. Let's be honest here. He would have been a bust without any Reid. And that's just a fact. Deshaun Watson, if he was with the Bears, Super Bowl champion. Flat just saying it. They will be a Super Bowl champion team by now. And if it wasn't for Bill O'Brien, the Houston Texans would have been to the conference championship. They would have knocked off the Chiefs instead of this greatest comeback in playoff history. Because it was a better comeback than 28-3. The only difference was it's not in the Super Bowl, so I mean, who cares, right? But what team do I think is he gonna go to? Probably Seattle. But it doesn't matter anyway because Antonio Brown is gonna be suspended for like a year. So I mean, Antonio, you're so stupid.